Part 2, shields. So, shields are interesting, right? In the medieval days, you could punch with them, but in a lot of the sports that we have, we don't want to do that, right? So let's talk what we can do. And this is going to be SCA focused. So there's a lot of different types of shields. Some shields are strapped, so your arm is in the shield. Some shields have a hand grip, which this does. Strapped shields, if I pretended this is strapped, stay very tight. And like a boxer, you can keep that guard real tight using head bobs, little shrugs of the shoulder, right, to defend yourself. But the shield is limited. It's strong, but it's limited in what it can do. I use a Viking style, a center ball shield, which allows me to be active. I can move around my shield, and I have to. And so advanced shield work, right, which is not what we're talking about, this is a basics class, might give me scoops right with the shield. Bang, right? Putting my shield forward, switching my feet, and then changing the angle of how you see me. But today, we're just going to learn how to use a shield. So step one, what are your targets? In SCA, they're head, body, legs, arms. I don't have to worry about my lower legs. So I don't have to worry about going like, oh, jeez, right? I have to worry about my thigh. For my thigh, best defenses get out of there. If you look back at my footworks class, you'll see you can just move your leg out of the way. But if I have to block low, instead of just throwing my shield down, because I can do that, by just rotating my arm, right? Up, down, up, down. That does make a block. However, it leaves a big opening. It's still a basics class. So for low, I actually like to duck, shrug a little bit, and I drop my weight. Just like our footworks class, shoulder distance apart, I drop my weight. And if I can drop my weight and get my leg out of the way, all the better. Shield positioning changes on person to person. Conventional wisdom is, much like a boxer, bringing your hands under your eyes, guarding your chin, I cover my chin. You'll notice I never block my eyes with my shield. I come right underneath them, so I can see, and I know the tip of my head. If a right-handed fighter were coming across from me, the block is boom. You'll notice that? I just shrug my shoulder. Shrug, shrug. I shrug and roll my hand up a little bit. See that? And I get out of the way. I duck my head over a little bit, and I bring that shield up. I move into it. I might move out of it. Right. Footwork class. Right. Move it out. Bang. I can block across from me by going straight. Right. If something comes down this side, I can just go across and meet it. I like using my whole body together, but that's an advanced class. So just to start with, the biggest thing is, instead of using my arm, right, to push my shield out, my arm's already gotten tired just from doing this so far, is I want to conserve as much energy as possible. I want to let my shield do its job, and I want to use my feet to get out of the way, and I want to let my body turn. So, by turning my body, I can make the block, 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 by turning at my waist, right? Instead of everything punching out with my shield. Shield styles can be very different. Some of them have points. Some of them are oblong, like a big teardrop. This is a round shield. Some of them are oval. Again, some of them are side strapped. So side strap shields, you might use your elbow to move stuff, pick up corners. A round shield, very active. I want to move around the shield. If I'm fighting a right-handed opponent, I might keep this guard. But I might also flip my shield out. Well, maybe not basic, but this has changed the angle. Now consider that. The angle that something has to travel to hit you. Right here, the angle's pretty straight line up to my head. I can block pretty good. So if I flip my shield out, now I've changed the angle. Maybe they can get around and feel it's more open, but I've also got more surface between me and them, right? Especially if I use that footwork class and I get 45 and I put distance. The next thing with a round shield is called the cone of defense. The further away from my body I hold it, the more space between you and me that they have to get around to get to me. So if you have a strong arm you can hold your shield out a little more and really put some distance between you and them. In advanced classes, we'll talk about that distance and how a subtle change in footwork changes where you are to them. But for now, just understand that this is really tiring to my arm. But it does keep space, so I can use this as a getaway. Keep space, keep space, keep space. Block with my body, block with my body. Shrugs, shrugs, dips, dips and shrugs, dip, dip, shrug, and get out of the way. Dip, shrug, and get out of the way. Remember, blocking is good. That's when I put a hard surface, bang, against your hard surface. Parrying is better. That's when your hard surface glides against mine. Bang. Moving is the best. I'm not even there. But, again, I just want to kind of set the picture of where you're going to go. But for now, doesn't matter how you hold your feet. Block, 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 block. Some people like to be here. Block, block, it's the same. Block, small movements, shrugs, dips. If you happen to be fighting a person who's opposite hand you, and instead of across, their weapon's on the same side. So if you're a left-handed fighter fighting a righty, or if you're a right-handed fighter fighting a lefty, you may notice the belly is really open if I hold my shield here. So I'm going to adjust. And using the same cross motion, I'm going to just bring my arm over, and now I'm protected more from their shots. Just like if I were doing that block right across from me, right? Left-handed fighters, right? Now I'm here, right? Maybe I'm here. This guard really gives me some good positioning against left-handed fighters.